Attention, all the news in this video are from all around the internet and from our sources. We deliver to you the most realistic news. Also make sure to read the description.
Arsenal tell Hector Bellerin he's free to leave. Agent in talks with CL club's director. Arsenal have told Hector Bellerin he's free to leave this summer, with Paris Saint-Germain his preferred destination, as reported by Sport. You'd have got long odds a few months ago on forgotten man Callum Chambers replacing Bellerin as Mikel Arteta's first-choice right-back. But, while the long-serving Spain international struggles to rediscover his pre-injury form, Chambers has seized a rare opportunity with both hands, producing the latest in a long line of standout displays in last week's 4-0 Europa League thrashing of Slavia Prague. Bellerin has started just one of the past 7 Premier League fixtures as Chambers goes from strength to strength. And, according to reports coming out of his homeland, a summer exit looks increasingly likely for a player who joined Arsenal's academy a decade ago. Sport claims the Gunners have given Bellerin the green light to leave, allowing the long-serving defender to look for a new start elsewhere. French champions PSG are at the front of the queue as it stands. Leonardo, the club's sporting director, has been in talks with Bellerin's agent, although Le Parisiens seem unwilling to pay the £23 million Arsenal want. It remains to be seen whether Arsenal will enter the market for a new right-back of their own or whether Arteta will put his faith in Chambers long-term. Arsenal in advanced talks to seal their first summer signing in cut-price deal. The news has rightfully been dominated by the creation of the Super League this week, but it appears that Arsenal are still working behind the scenes to complete a bit of transfer business. Matey Ryan has looked like an obvious upgrade on Rune Runarsson for the backup role to Bernd Leno since his January arrival, and a report from Football Insider has indicated that talks are at an advanced stage to complete a permanent move this summer. It's confirmed that Brighton were previously looking for around £10 million to let him go, but his contract is up in the summer and they already have alternatives, so he's seen as expendable, and that means he should cost much less. It's stated that the coaching staff have been particularly impressed by his attitude and efforts in training, so he does sound like the kind of character that they want to have in the squad, while he's shown in his Arsenal appearances that he is a reliable number 2. It would still be a surprise if he pushed Leno for the starting spot, but a good backup was needed to solve that issue. Arsenal star deletes Twitter and admits he never missed platform after break turns permanent. Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has today deleted his Twitter account after a bizarre post on the social media platform at 7:17 p.m. Aubameyang, who has missed the side's last 3 games after contracting malaria whilst away on international duty, started his post with, "I ain't missed you Twitter," followed by some laughing emojis. The 31-year-old was angered by the fact that no one was allowed to talk about anything other than football and the European Super League, which Arsenal are yet to show signs of withdrawing from. Aubameyang stressed that there was no more commentary on the COVID-19 pandemic, online abuse, and racism, in his eyes, in an expression of thoughts that show off anti-establishment vibes. The Gunners skipper added that he actually felt better whilst he was sick with no phone than he is now, before swiftly turning the device off and surprisingly deleting his Twitter account. Aubameyang is nothing if not a character. If we're being totally honest, the Gabon international has made some valid points here, or tried to before his mind ran away. Boca Jr. cannot pay Lucas Torreira fee. Lucas Torreira faces being stuck at Arsenal even though he has been open about wanting a move to Boca Juniors to be closer to home. The Uruguayan has been homesick for some time now, and the situation has been worsened by the death of his mother due to coronavirus. The midfielder has struggled to find his feet at Arsenal and has been spending this season on loan at Atletico Madrid. The Spanish side isn't looking to keep him permanently, and he also has interest from Serie A teams where he had previously played for Sampdoria. However, he prefers to join another team closer to home, preferably Boca. But the Argentine side is struggling financially and they won't be able to sign him when he returns on loan this summer. El Intransigent reports that Boca cannot meet Arsenal's £860,000 fee for a loan deal to be struck. With that being a stumbling block, they have moved on to other targets and could sign former Premier League player, Gary Medel. Brazil is also not too far from home for Torreira, and the report says he also has interest from Flamengo and Gremio. Torreira's Atletico Madrid is currently battling for the La Liga title and is at the top of the standings. He will no doubt be happy to win a league title before he leaves Europe. Arsenal eye Julian Draxler, but Bayern Munich could move. Julian Draxler is on Arsenal's list of targets this summer, according to French outlet Foot Mercato, but the attacking midfielder has been offered to Bayern Munich. The build-up to any transfer window has arguably not properly started until Draxler has been linked with a move to the Emirates. But it does appear that there is a good chance that the 27-year-old could be on the move this summer. He is out of contract at Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the campaign. And it seems that the subject of his future is dividing some at Parc des Princes. According to Foot Mercato, Mauricio Pochettino wants to keep Draxler. Leonardo, however, is not so much of a fan and thus does not see him as much more than a fringe player. Draxler, who earns £120,000 a week, reportedly wants to stay. But Foot Mercato claims that he is preparing for a potential departure and has been offered to Bayern. Interestingly, the report adds that some of his countrymen have already been in contact about a potential move to the Bavarian Giants. Meanwhile, Foot Mercato adds that Draxler is on Arsenal's list of targets. Of course, Mikel Arteta may have to make plans to find a replacement for Martin Odegaard. Draxler is a player associated with those who never quite managed to live up to the incredible expectations from when they burst onto the scene. He has struggled with injuries during his career. It is alarming that he is 2 league goals away from his best return in a campaign since the 2012-13 season. He has 4 goals so far. But on a free transfer, it may be worth a gamble. There have been some encouraging signs with PSG this year. Arsenal star shares iconic Arsene Wenger quote as Gunners show no signs of withdrawing from European Super League despite rivals' steps. Arsenal star Hector Bellerin has taken to social media to break the silence of the club's players regarding their participation in the European Super League, which is quickly falling apart. Whilst fellow misfits Manchester United, Chelsea and City prepare to withdraw from the disgusting plans that would have ruined the beautiful game, there's been no such suggestion on the Arsenal front. Bellerin has taken to social media to share a graphic of an Arsene Wenger quote, in which the Frenchman implored fans to take care of the values of the club. The legendary manager's wishes have been thoroughly discarded and essentially spat upon with the decision to sign up to the Super League, which has encouraged Bellerin to reiterate the message. The quotes come from the historic statement in which Wenger announced he would be leaving the Gunners at the end of the 17-18 season. We hope to see more Arsenal players speak out on this matter and for what's right soon, whilst everyone will be praying that the club's stance changes like some of their rivals. As things stand, there has been no noise suggesting that Liverpool, Tottenham or the Gunners have reconsidered their role in the breakaway competition, showing no shame from those involved. Get out of our club, these Arsenal fans send a clear message to Stan Kroenke after ESL appears to collapse. It appears that several club owners horrifically misread what the reaction from their fanbase would be when the ESL was announced a couple of days ago. Football has been loved by multiple generations because there's a competitiveness about the game and clubs can rise and fall through the leagues, so taking all of that away was never going to go down well. The founding members tried their best to paint this as a great move for football in terms of competition, but it was clearly all about money, and even fans of the clubs who were in line to benefit stood against it. Teams are starting to pull out of their agreement with the new league, and Ed Woodward has been forced to resign from his role at Man United, and there's an expectation that more will follow. Stan Kroenke hasn't been overly popular with Arsenal fans recently, so many wouldn't need any persuasion to try and get him to get out of the club, in the messages on Twitter. The most notable thing here is that while there is a reaction of relief, A lot of people also want to see consequences, so simply trying to go back on the agreement isn't going to be enough, and it looks like many more heads will roll. Manchester City confirm plans to withdraw from European Super League. Manchester City have confirmed the plans to withdraw from the European Super League, less than 48 hours after it was announced. The plans immediately came under enormous criticism from fans, pundits, managers and players, with the tournament seemingly dying a death less than 2 games after its creation. Manchester City Football Club can confirm that it has formally enacted the procedures to withdraw from the group developing plans for a European Super League, read a statement on the club's official website. Man City boss Pep Guardiola had earlier voiced his opposition to the plans, while Kevin De Bruyne also spoke out against the idea prior to the club's withdrawal. Man City's withdrawal serves as another hammer blow to the Super League on a day which has also seen Ed Woodward announce his resignation as Manchester United executive vice chairman due to the backlash. Liverpool's players have also spoken out against the proposal on social media, while Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are understood to want to withdraw too. Real Madrid, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, are the other clubs involved in the Super League. Arsenal leave the Super League. According to Fabrizio Romano, the English clubs have left the European Super League project immediately. Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham are now officially out from the Super League after Manchester City. Chelsea are now working on the official statement too, but they will be out of the Super League as the other English clubs. No doubt the process to withdraw has just begun after the reactions of fans, managers and players. Super League could be suspended soon. Pep Guardiola opposed to closed shop Super League. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola spoke out against the proposals for a closed shop European Super League that his own club have signed up to as opposition to the plans ramped up on Tuesday. While insisting he wanted to learn more about the details of the plans and admitting he felt uncomfortable answering questions on it, Guardiola was clear on his views of any competition in which there is no promotion of relegation. It is not a sport where the relation between effort and success does not exist, Guardiola said. It is not a sport where success is already guaranteed. It is not a sport where it doesn't matter when you lose. And Guardiola called on those behind the plans, including his own bosses, to offer more information. They have the obligation, the duty as soon as possible, today better than tomorrow, to come out all around the world and clarify the situation that is to come, and the benefits and why they took the decision, he said. City have joined Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal, the so-called Big Six of English football, as well as AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus and Real Madrid in signing up for a breakaway competition which has drawn widespread opposition. Guardiola has now joined Liverpool counterpart Jurgen Klopp in questioning the vision of their own clubs in supporting the plans which emerged in a bombshell announcement on Sunday.
We will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on our channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate your support.